there's a lot under bridges and in the back of strip malls. And I think that their story is really the story of America. And I imagine, like the guy says, that they'll be here long after we're here, like long after we die. I really think that they're like the lifeblood of these states. Or, yeah, they're like the spirit of the nation.
Someone else have a question? I know it's kind of awkward to like squeeze through your own and come up here.
So there are a lot of beautiful scenes in this film. Do you like that part of it, or were you trying to make it ugly?
Or what?
Oh, were you trying to make it ugly?
No, I wasn't trying to make it ugly, but I think it's very pretty. But it was more like I was trying to make it look and feel like the way I remembered it. Like the way that it was more about trying to translate the images into a kind of an emotion or something that is difficult for me to articulate, something that I felt a long time ago. So I don't know, those questions of beauty and aesthetics, those questions of what's pretty, what's ugly, I don't really know. It's more of a feeling, something I try to tap into, if that makes any sense.
What was your casting like for that little boy's character? Or, I mean, what kind of direction was going on there?
Oh, well, he's a very well-known preacher here, and that little boy works the 7-Eleven circuits. He's a very familiar face around here. He basically walks around. He has the whole Bible memorized, and he dates a very large African woman, and she takes him around to different 7-Elevens, and he preaches, and so he's one of the greats. And I really just kind of hung out with him for a little bit, and he did that stuff pretty naturally.
That's a beautiful baby you've got there, Harmony. Hey, Harmony, you're living in the South now, yeah?
Yeah.
I noticed in Gummo and also in this movie, you've got these very aggressive kind of Southern characters to people from San Francisco are horrifying, I would imagine. Do you run into that where you live now? These kind of
Oh yeah.
I mean, because
we live by the zoo, and there's a lot of killers out here. I know it sounds funny, but these fuckers that we're waiting for have stole my statue that I got from Baden-Powell, the founder of the Boy Scouts. And I mean, basically, I spent the last couple of years waiting till this statue came up at auction. It's just a statue of like a 12-year-old boy fishing, and Baden-Powell made it himself. And so when it was stolen from me last month, right before the floods, it really shook me. So, but I know this guy is related to an old gym coach I had. So anyway, we've been staking out this guy's house, and I think the reason that they're coming here is retribution. Yeah, there's a lot of killers around here. You gotta be careful. It's not like San Francisco. They're not wearing mini skirts and.
Yeah, well, I just wondered because I mean, it seems like you portray these characters as kind of horrifyingly wild. I was wondering why you moved there.
Just because I want to live in a place where there's menace in the air, you know? That's why. I just, you know, I need to smell that shit.
Cool.
Mr. Korine, what are you doing on the 4th of July?
When's that?
Because I want to box you.
You want to box me?
Yes, sir.
That's not going to happen.
I should preface this by saying that I enjoyed your movie.
What's that?
I enjoyed the picture. But I still want to box you.
I appreciate it. All right, well, we'll see.
Wherever is most convenient for you. Do you accept my challenge?
All right, well, we'll see what happens, man.
Very good.
Nice baby harmony. That's nice. Hey, I was wondering, you didn't have Werner Herzog in this film. Was that an artistic choice, or was you couldn't schedule him in this?
No, it just didn't. It didn't really. There wasn't any parts for him. This was really a movie about old people who have young bodies, which is very horrifying. And it's one of the things that I've always found probably the most disturbing in life is when you see an old person who moves really well. And,
I have another question. Was that whose baby was that in the end of the movie? By the way, that was really interesting ending.
Yeah.
I loved that ending. By the way, really good.
Oh, thank you so much. Well, I don't know. Was this baby we found?
It looked found.
Yeah. I returned it.
That's nice. But was that scripted, or did that just kind of happen as you were making the movie?
Well, there wasn't really a script for it. There were photographs that I had taken of my assistant. Where I dressed him up almost like in this, like, he looks like a burnt marshmallow or something. And we would go out late at night, and I would use his disposable cameras, and he would fornicate with trash, and, you know, poop on the doorsteps, and just commit, petty crimes and acts of vandalism. And I would go and I would get these photos developed, and they were very crude. And I started to think, well, maybe there was a movie or something there. And then these pictures kind of served as a script or a springboard for a film. But really, what happened was, once the characters were in costume, we would just go out late at night, and pretty much it was what you saw. I mean, it wasn't conceived of as a feature film. It was meant to be more like something you can imagine being buried in a ditch somewhere, or floating down a river in a Ziploc bag, or buried up in the guts of the Jonas Brothers.
It totally looks like that, though. Thank you for sharing that film with us. That was an amazing film. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
I appreciate that. That was nice.
Thanks, man.
Hello? I was wondering if there's currently a soundtrack album for Trash Humpers in the works.
Yeah, definitely. It's wrapped in dookie.
Great. Let me know where I can get a copy.
And mail it to your ass. Oh, actually, my wife just reminded me there is going to be one. It's Drag City's putting it out. I think it's got top 40 written all over it.
I had another question. I think the film had its U.S. premiere at the New York Film Festival.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, U.S. premiere.
Or yeah, U.S. premiere. And that festival, as far as like serious festivals go, is considered, the most prestigious one in the country. But it also has a reputation of being very kind of older, conservative people who attended for the most part. And I'm just wondering how the film went over in that context.
Yeah, I thought it went over terrific. And it goes over terrific in every context. Everything I make goes over terrific. Because it's all perfect. Because there's no such thing as failure. Because like there's no correct reaction to any of these movies. Whatever you get from it, I think is true. So I don't really feel disappointed in any kind of reaction. Actually, if a crowd warmed up, the whole audience leaves, I think that's terrific. I mean, rather you say, but you know.
Any other questions? Got one more coming here.
I probably am totally off base here, but it sort of seemed like there was inherent nihilism to, they were deviants from society, they didn't want to partake in what was everyone else was doing, and yet at the same time, the woman, who I suspect is she your wife, the character? The actress? Yeah. Okay, so she yearned for something a little more realistic. Hi, nice to meet you. Good job. She was sort of lost after she was biking around carrying with that baby doll, and she was sitting in that room and talking about how God helped me in some way, and so she finds a baby and she takes care of it, and so then she accepts this sort of these societal values in this sort of way that we're what we're conditioned to do. So, as much as the guy with the brown hair, was that you? The brown hair?
I don't know, because I don't think it's good for me to say. But
okay, well maybe if that was you. I really liked his speech, and I liked how he was saying it was really true. In one of the truest moments where he was saying how he could smell the pain of the people, and that's why they woke up in some senses. But it seems almost conflicting in some ways. I mean, not conflicting, but maybe people can take it different ways. But if you leave with this image of her nurturing a baby, it's that ultimately these kind of people aren't the people that you condone.
Yeah.
No.
No. Hello?
I'm here.
Okay. What was the question exactly?
I guess the real question was, the trash humping is a really different fetish than arborphiliacs, right? I mean, I don't think that they crossed over and they were humping trees and fucking trash cans. So, in terms of fetishes, I thought there'd be more distinctions, but anyways, that's cool. All right, thanks.
Damn, that guy's got some serious problems.
Okay, I think that's it for all the questions. Thanks so much for your time, Harmony.
Hey, thanks so much, everybody. I hope you all like the movie, and I'm going to come out to San Francisco. We're going to have a couple of parades. And, join me.
Okay, we'll be there.
And anyway, it's great seeing you. I'll see you next time, everybody.